Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder released twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more. Lastly, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by Christmas, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part podcast, you have Google expanding their Waymo services to Miami. And spoiler alert, the car also looks disgusting, so I would not recommend going in it for fashion reasons as well. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Investopedia, which, again, not financial advice. Specifically, it is credited to a writer over there by the name of Terry Lane. They say, quote, Uber and Lyft stocks plunge as Google Waymo brings driverless taxis to Miami, which, apologies, I should have put a visual disclaimer because on the screen right now is the Jaguar EV SUV, and it looks, of course, viscerally disgusting. I can only shudder as people try to get into those vehicles without looking dorky. I'm only partially kidding. Lord knows, EV with only 2 pedals, or in some cases no pedals at all. Yeah, never going to be in my garage. But that's just me. Now they say, quote, Google is bringing its Waymo self-driving taxis to Miami. News that sent shares of Uber Technologies and Lyft sharply lower as investors weigh the risk of their services. Yep, not just their services, but also you're combating unlimited money. That's the thing. Now, Google has a terrible track record, pun intended, with an EV that might crash, but they have a terrible track record of having pet projects and then abandoning them. I mean, one of the biggest ones that most consumers might remember is Google Fiber, where they thought they wanted to get into the ISP or internet service provider business, and then they shortly abandoned it. I mean, they also have the Google Stadia, or the Stadia, which is a video game console, which, again, they bought, tinkered around for a little bit, then promptly abandoned. And more often than not, a lot of customers are left in limbo. That being said, they have unlimited money. So if they want something to succeed, it will. The best example, maybe with the email, with the mass adaptation of Gmail. I mean, all of a sudden, darn near everyone, it was very exclusive, then it rolled out a little bit. And for a lot of companies, a lot of people, became the default email address, an email domain that they used. So, yeah, it's one of those things where if Google wants it, they can put enough money into it, and they can make it work. Now, they had said that Waymo has previously tested vehicles in Miami, a city that, quote, provided challenging rating conditions for its driverless vehicles. They're now going all in. The subsidiary of Google parent company Alphabet, Waymo has brought its self-driving services to Phoenix, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Austin to date. The company also said it's training its all-electric Jaguar I-Pace on Miami streets early 2025 and plans to offer the service riders 2026. One of those somewhat ironic, or perhaps an appropriate name, is called the Jaguar I-Pace. Because when I first see that vehicle, I do pace away from that vehicle in the opposite direction because it's so visually disgusting, as well performance probably as well. The company also announced its partnership with African fintech provider Move. Now that does get A+ for marketing. The company's called Move, M-O-O-V-E, which obviously is about moving, to oversee expansions in Miami. Move will also take over Waymo's fleet management operations in Phoenix. Now this is the rough part. Again, not financial advice. Well, in hindsight 2020, maybe a good thing you didn't invest in Uber and Lyft. Both of them, their stock crashed about 10% at the news of this being broken. Because again, if Google wants to, they could just flood the market with most of these things until the competition goes out of business, just have a loss leader for a while, and then later jack up prices. Not too dissimilar to how Amazon performed way back in the day. I mean, for years upon years, Amazon.com never made a profit. But they slowly but surely got rid of the competition, and now they're the most successful, profitable businesses, not just now, but in business history. So that's the downside. That's something you always have to be wary of. Again, not financial advice, but when you have some companies like Google or Microsoft, and they basically have nearly unlimited funds, if they want to go compete in your industry, you're going to be hard-pressed to compete against them. And again, a lot of these companies, they're all investing in these driverless technologies to have the robots drive us everywhere. And we'll see what the cultural acceptance is and the adoption rate is in the United States as more people become more comfortable about those technologies. But yeah, not good news for the competition when Google's going to be rolling these out. And it'll be interesting to see. Let me know, what are your thoughts on going to a driverless vehicle? Is that something you would like that? You like that? So maybe get some work done, go to the way to a meeting, or something. Maybe you wouldn't trust the machines or the hackers that can break into it. they can crash or maybe go into a wall. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts are, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by Christmas, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.